Good morning, traders. My name is Michael Sabo with RJO Futures, Senior Commodities Broker, here on Tuesday morning, August 28th, bringing you some commentary here in the energy markets. So let's get right down to it. What do we got going on? Crude, a little bit firmer here on the overnight. We're currently around 96.07, up about 60 cents. Brent also a little firmer, but only up about 40 cents at around 112.66. As always, I get a lot of people that are interested in looking at that Brent WTI spread. Give me a call. We can go over it. Talk to you about how to potentially trade that, entry, exit points, things like that. Taking a look at nat gas, we're up just a little bit firmer right now, 268.30. Complex here. We've got RBOB taking a little bit of a hit. We're down around 311.65 here. That's off about 3.5, almost 4 cents. Well, we've got the heat a little firmer around 311.90. That's up about 72. Yesterday, powerful move there in the RBOB. As we're seeing, a lot of things are developing with the refinery fires that I mentioned yesterday, as well as, the idea that with these, Storm Isaac that's moving in, which has been upgraded to a category 1, potentially shutting down refinery operations. So what does this all mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, what happens is when you get refinery operations shut down, obviously they're going to stop refining the oil here and turning it here into the RBOB. So what that does is we can cause potential supply disruption in the RBOB. But talk about the crude oil. Now, there is certainly some concern there with the crude oil, but you could have crude supplies start to build. So, there could be a potential negative there for the crude and a positive for the RBOB, but we're seeing some of that correction here take place here today. Taking a look at the crude oil market and why crude prices are up higher today, well, some of it is there could be some potential supply disruption with the crude, although even with the category 1 right now, it's not expected that it would do a lot of damage to some of the rigs in the Gulf. But if you take a look at this right now, U.S. regulators, they're estimating here right now that in the Gulf of Mexico, it would shut down or is shutting down about 78% of the operations there. So that's about 24% of the total U.S. Output there for oil. So that does certainly can have a significant impact on it. But yet, take a look at crude. Crude prices yesterday dipped to some of the lowest levels that they've been in the last couple of weeks. Today, it's an inside day. I think we've got consolidation going on. I think, personally right now, based on information that we're seeing, is that I don't think we're going to see a lot of really supply disruptions there in the case of the oil market, and I think oil prices are going to continue to correct. Now, we do have the IEA is downplaying the potential for an SPR release. I still don't see that really coming through. Even with this storm that's taken place, I don't think you're going to see any oil release. Even though current administration was talking about that early on, I think that was more political than anything. I don't think that there's really it falls within the guidelines. Now, Isaac does have the potential to cause supply disruption. If that is the case, it does fit within the guidelines of the SPR for them to potentially do a release. But I don't see that happening here right now. We will have inventory numbers coming out later today. API numbers are going to come out late this afternoon, and then a DOE tomorrow. Right now, expectation is to see another draw coming in around about 1.75 million barrels. But keep in mind the last couple of reports that we've seen here, there's been big misses there. So we'll take a look at that report. If you want to get put on that distribution list, give me a call, shoot me an email. We can add you to that so you can look at the expectations as well as the actual numbers. The technicals right now, talking about them, we're right around that 200-day moving average right now. We crossed back underneath that yesterday as we were kind of pushing through it. We're trading underneath it here right now. We'll watch today's action, see if we get a full inside day or not. Still short-term overbought here in the market. And, in my opinion, I'm looking at that market here still on the downside. So if you want to talk about strategies or you got any questions, comments, give me a call, shoot me an email, we'll go over it. The number to the trade desk, 800-367-7290. And of course, remember that futures trading does involve the risk of loss, may not be suitable for all traders. Good luck and good trading.